So the prelude, the opening song, is actually going to be a sing-along tonight. I brought my friends from Simi Valley to come join me, have a little fun, and it's a time of community, particularly at the end of the year, although it's always a time of community for this lovely full moon ceremony here with Spiritual Unity Movement. But it's the end of the year, so I wanted to bring my friends, have a little bit of fun, and we'll be doing this one to start, and we'll do another sing-along later. But we're just inviting the congregation in, but we'll start it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You'll know this one. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our mother. I changed a little bit. Brothers all are we. Let me walk with my sisters in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.
With every step I take, may this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Okay, now I want to hear everybody. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let's let them hear it all over the world. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our mother, right? Brothers all are we. Let me walk with my sisters in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yeah, all right. Let there be peace on earth, and we got to pray for that. Okay. Thank you, everybody. One more sing-along later.
Later. All right.
Thank you, girls. This is the lovely Dorothy and Jan, Sacred Sisters from Simi Valley, and John over here helping us out on the keyboards. The gift.
Oh, I didn't. Don't make it see yourselves, please. That's the only thing I don't want. I bring my love here. I bring my hope, my peace, my faith. We love the gift. Not the gift to write me that. We are all. The gift is we are all gifts. We are all gifts.
Tell them that. I'm the only one.
Good evening. We're so thrilled you are here, each and every one of you. Welcome to Spiritual Unity Movement's full moon meditation ceremony that we have been putting on for many, many, many years. Whoa. Why is it?
You got it? Okay.
No, I don't know.
Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, as I was saying, I'm Reverend Nancy Fuller. I'm the Vice President of Spiritual Unity Movement. Frank Williams in the booth back there is our President. Karina in the front row is our newest member. Leslie said she's going to join us on Zoom next month. So Patrick is our advisor and who started this whole shindig like 25 years ago, I think. Yeah. So we are here tonight to receive and radiate spiritual energy. We have some clipboards, Karina, that we'll pass around. We just want to make sure we have everyone's email and a phone number that's correct so that when we send out our email announcements and robocalls, we get a hold of everyone. So everybody, Deborah can sign up and Ron needs to sign up. So our mission statement that we've had for many, many years, which I love, is to celebrate the spiritual unity of all life and raise the consciousness of light and love through community meditation and education, to inspire and empower those who attend the World Healing Meditation ceremonies and all of humanity with the life-transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are saving our planet from the inside. Oh, Burl is not here with us tonight. He had a drum circle, and one of their dear friends had passed away, and it was kind of a memorial drum circle. So it was otherwise, I can't even tell you the last time Burl hasn't been here with us on the full moon. And Liz is recuperating, and Dina's recuperating. But we have Florence is here, and Flaubert. And as I'm mentioning her, we have a healing ministry, and we have a healing box in the back that she takes with her back and forth every month and sends out the requests to, I think, dozens of healers around the United States, maybe the globe, knowing Florence. She knows so many people. So if you have a healing request for yourself or someone we know somebody, I'm looking at Krista that's in the hospital tonight, that we will make sure her name gets on that list. So,
You mean Laura?
yes.
Not me.
No, not Krista. Laura, our friend, is in the hospital. I'm sorry if I made it sound like you might need prayer too. It's difficult sometimes dealing with personalities in the hospital. And Liz was going to do our full moon message tonight, and she wasn't able to be here, so I just pulled up a little bit about what's going on tonight. As we all know, it actually was 2 days ago I found out. It was on the 26th at 7:30, so we're about 48 hours into this full moon, the last one of 2023. So they're saying, take a moment to recognize the importance of sacrifice and release. Full moons are celestial markers, allowing us to cut ties with the old to make room for the new. What you believe shapes your actions and by extension your life. For instance, the belief that being born under a Cancer moon influences you to seek comfort, emotional connection, and a sense of home. This belief isn't just a notion, it's a navigational system guiding your daily rituals. From candle lighting to sinking into weighted blankets, it's how you manage your emotional world and find your heaven. December 26, 2023 at 7:33 p.m., the moon in homebody Cancer will oppose the sun in ambitious Capricorn, presenting you with a celestial fork in the road. Do you follow your heart or your head? The pull of Cancerian emotions might tempt you to drift without heed, potentially crashing into life's harsher realities. Conversely, letting your mind take the reins may lead you to ignore invaluable emotional insights. The choice isn't straightforward, but it's essential. So I just thought we'd bring that up. So, oh, good. All right. I think that's all of the opening words. So I would ask Florence to come up and lead us in our opening ritual. Florence, Flowing Bear to come up. I'll let you. Yeah, thank you.
Good evening again. Thank you so much for being here. This is a very special last moon of 2023. I know that some of us are very happy to say bye-bye 2023 and hello 24. So for our opening rituals, we ask that you please remember to turn your cell phones off all the way if you can, because even on vibrate they would be disturbing the meditation. We begin our full moon meditation this evening with an invocation. Great Father, Mother God, and Goddess, be with us here now. Hold this space sacred from which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowing, that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our spirits to your infinite presence, that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit, unlimited and indivisible. Be still and know I am God. Acknowledging that spirit is one and the paths to God are many, in our opening ritual, we will honor the world's religions and the many names of God with a quote from each religion on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the name of divinity is sounded for each of the major religions of the world, after which we will sound the Om. Om, as you know, is an ancient sacred tone, a deepening, sounding the Om in an intention of grace and balance and empowerment brings so much more light into your spirit. There is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone, open to the nuances of this sacred sound as it moves through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times, each on your own note, in your own time, in a continuing free-form rhythm, creating a tapestry of healing sound. We honor all religions as expressions of the one God. Great Spirit, divine essence, May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. Om. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, please stand up, anyone who is vibrating to the Taoism. The Tao, Spirit arms us with love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Ishvara, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, one best worships the Lord through love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. Om. In the tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the Divine Mother loves, nurtures, and sustains all. In the tradition of Judaism, Adonai Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself. Om. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God is love. Om. In the sacred tradition of First Nations people of all lands, Great Spirit, love is the medicine that holds all life together. Om. In the sacred tradition of Islam, Allah, this is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. Om. In the sacred tradition of all other religions, you may now together say any additional names of divinity that you would like to invoke. Om. As we prepare to meditate, let's uncross our legs and close our eyes if they're not already closed. Take a long and deep breath in and out, and in and out. As you take another deep breath, relax, relax, and let go of the day. Let go of the people. Let go of any challenges. And just be. And when you're ready, put your feeling attention into your heart center and relax even more. Imagine a bright, warm sun floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down into the crown of your head. The sun is releasing a pure white light. This light is floating down, filling your head, your neck. It floats across your shoulders, down your arms and out your hands. It fills your torso. Your organs are enveloped in this pulsating, purifying light of the sun. As this sunlight continues to float down your body, through your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, it washes away all impurities and imperfections, all pain, all disease, deep into the central core of the earth. Your body is filled with divine energy. Right now, you are whole, perfect, and complete. As the light continues to energize, pulsate, and vibrate, allow it to expand out through your auric field. Let it fill your physical layer, the emotional layer, the mental layer, and your spiritual layer. As you continue to feel the perfection of your light body, allow it to expand even more and fill this room with divine essence. Continue to expand your awareness and the divine essence out of this wonderful sacred space. And imagine and intend that you are now permeating all of Los Angeles with this pure divine essence. Expand your awareness to all of California, all of the United States, and allow it to float out across the globe, enveloping our beloved Mother Earth and all of her beings with the pure divine essence. The white light of perfection is now vibrating and pulsating, connecting all beings on the planet and those who gather with conscious intent to heal, balance, harmonize, and unify the islands of light. We have now set the vibrational tone for tonight's ceremony, turning the corner. So slowly and gently, come back, bring your awareness back to the room in present time. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. And appreciate this amazing four-legged being who was so quiet and meditative, so beautiful. Okay, so now it's time to do our Om Shanti chant. Hop, stand on up. Are you ready? Yes. Last chant of 2023. Bye-bye. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om. Shanti Om. Peace within my mind. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to dance around. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om. 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 Peace within my heart. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti. Peace within the earth. Peace within the earth. God, only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth. And only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God, only God I live to see. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, 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 oh, Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti Om.
Yes. Beautiful Florence Riggs. No bear. Flowing bear. Yeah, that's what she likes.
That's the
Of
new one.
late. That's the newest.
The new one.
So now it's my privilege to introduce a good friend, Reverend Betsy Haas. Now I'm going to read a little bit. Just a little, not too much. She is a veteran business professional with over 40 years of experience of a solid, heart-centered focus in strategic, transformational, visioning, goal-setting, group facilitation, training, leadership, and development. That's a lot to say. Can't wait to hear about it. She's a motivational speaker, both in person and on webinars, and that has enabled her to partner with a wide variety of organizations, from corporate to nonprofit to government. Betsy customizes her approach and practical solutions for empowering individuals, teams, and organizations that meet business criteria and fulfill the human needs of the workforce. She is a certified life coach through both the Living Purpose Institute, that would be Patrick Harbula, and Martha Beck's Wayfinder, life coaching. She is also certified as a Mind in the Making trainer. Betsy received her ministerial ordination from Religious Science International in 2011. She is an in-demand speaker and is known for her Positive Quote of the Day column, which ran for 10 years. She also does positive life leadership, motivational boot camp webinars, her Train the Trainer programs for the industry-specific groups. Betsy does a lot of stuff. Her accolades are throughout California and nationally. She is sought after as a coach for performance challenged employees. Oh, who has any? I'm glad I'm out of the workforce. That's all I could say. For many of the entertainment studios, schools, Head Start, and nonprofits, as well as individuals, executives, and people ready to grow into their vision. Born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, she's equipped with a bachelor's degree of science degree from Colorado State University in child development and family relations. I think I just want her to come up here and start talking to us. Our friend, Betsy Haas. Our friend. Yeah.
Okay, Mike, I don't need this, right? Thank you. I don't want it anyway. Okay. So, I'm very excited to be here. I'll tell you many reasons why. Number one, had probably one of, huh?
Betsy, your thing is muted. It should be green.
Like that? I didn't even turn it off. I think it's this little part that I gained over the holidays.
Last week.
2 weeks. All right, since Halloween. All right. But I'm excited to be here for many reasons. One is I've always wanted to be right here, and speaking with the SUM movement and realizing that as we come together, what we're doing is we really just come together in what I like to call common unity instead of community, because it's really about common unity. And when we start looking at, and I'm going to do some exercises with you, so you're not going to sit there while I'm chatting, but what I realize is that when we come together in what we know is common, there is absolutely no issues. It's when we come together on what is not so common that we create that you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, I'm wrong, no, I'm not either. And we end up getting into this struggle that is really, it's interesting. I have a tenant, and he said to me the other night, we were putting up a ceiling fan, and he said, this isn't supposed to be hard. I'm like, really? Electricity, maybe it is hard. He said, well, just turn off the breaker. I said, well, which one is that? He goes, they're not marked. I'm like, nope. So I start going every breaker, right? Every breaker. Now there's not one clock, except for the battery ones, that are is right in my house. My TV and all of that went down. My computer, did I turn it off? No. Crash. Yeah, right? No, colon, God forbid. Pooey. And it was interesting how that whole process went. And he was up on the desk, and then he said, can you get up here with me? And I'm like, I can't get on a ladder. And he said, okay, well then use the step stool. I'm like, okay. So I got up there, and I'm holding up the fan while he's putting all the wires in, and he said, why are we making this hard? It's not supposed to be. And I said, well, I don't even know what you're doing, and so to me, this looks really hard. And it was like within 2 minutes, he goes, get the step ladder. So I went and got it, and he got on the ladder, got up so he was tall enough to be right at where the wires go. And 2 minutes later, literally, the fan was up. The light was on. And he goes, Betsy, nothing is supposed to be hard. And I'm like, well, why don't you come Thursday night and talk then? Because I've got the other side well done. So when we look about, and really turning the corner on 23, and I loved what Nancy said about leaving, it behind, or as Florence said, ugh, see ya. And all of us, I'm sure, I'm not the only one on this planet, that had challenges through this last year. We had health diagnoses, we had procedures, we had financial, we had, people that we loved that immediately just dropped and died like that at a mere age of 68, one of my very best friends. And I remember the morning that Patrick called me right after it. And he said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm in my office, I'm sitting down." He said, "No, but I mean really sitting down." I'm like, "What's wrong?" Immediately, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Our friend Brown died last night." I'm like, "What?" And I don't know how many times I made you say it, because it couldn't get from here to here. I just became frozen. I didn't want, that was like the worst news on the planet. And that was in April. No, that was not April, it was in July, right? I think it was July. And I had just had surgery on my back. I was laid up literally for 4 months. And I'm not used to that. I go. When I want to go, I go. And my depression was low, and I had a couple of folks of my really good friends from Simi that came to visit me several times that just brought my energy up. Like I felt like I am gonna make it through this. Because for a while I didn't want to live. If this is where I'm living, forget it. Even after the surgery. And poor Karina came over, helped me change my sheets, which was, to me, it was like going to the Ritz. And she did laundry and helped me out for a day. And that day, it wasn't about her helping me out, it was about her being in my life. And then I started shifting into what I'm grateful for. And then, this year I'm still not back at work, quote unquote. And part of it is, what's interesting is that when we turn a corner, we all know where it starts, right? It starts in our head. It starts with our thinking, starts with it's kind of like we all have glasses on. Where do we really want to focus? Do I want to focus on the pain and the misery and how long this is taking? Or do I want to focus on there's wonderful people coming in and helping me and my neighbors, picking up my, I was going to say candy, but it was really my meds. And people just offering all over the place to help me. And I'm not one that's good at accepting that. I could give it all day long. Call me, tell me what you need, I'll be right there. But when somebody says, "Oh, well, I'm going to be in the neighborhood, can I bring you something to eat?" No, I'm fine. And then I had to rely on other people to bring it because for a while, I couldn't even get to the kitchen. And then came the walker, right? Me with a walker. And I'm not steady, and I went from literally living my life like this for months to now obviously living my life back to where I am. Where do I want to focus? And the more this last couple weeks have been going, I've been contemplating, what was this year about for me to learn? There was something huge. One, about receiving. Second was moving from what hurt, how I felt terrible, my fears. What do you mean now you want to put in a new disc? Couldn't you have done it during the first surgery? Really? The flat tire was already there. And then I just started praying and started meditating as much as I could. And, when you have pain meds, your meditations are a little different. You're like, "Woo, okay then." And then they always ended up with me snoring and waking myself up. And I realized during that time oh my God, I'm still snoring. That is good news. I'm not under the ground. I'm still above. Am I in pain? Oh my God, the worst I've ever had in my life. If you can't walk and you can't drive and you can't do this and you're in a frickin' walker, then I started appreciating the walker. And my friend from Central California came down to take care of me for a week. And those little rubber things on the bottom of them they don't stay very long on the road. Or when you're walking, you run through them fast. She goes, "I have an idea." She took the dogs. Now I'm telling you, he's 5, Rafi, took 2 of his tennis balls, cut them, stuck them on there. Where do you think Rafi played for days? With the walker. He kept trying to get it and couldn't figure out why he couldn't get it. And so I had to have people walk me around the block. That was my goal. Just let me get around the block one time. I got almost to the stop sign the first day, and I'm like, I got to go back. This is not worth it. Second day, a little further, and I realized I started meeting neighbors I never knew, and I only been in this neighborhood for, I don't know, since 1997. And I mean, there's a lot I know, but I didn't know ones on the, what I like to call the sandwich streets, because I'm in the middle and then the other streets. And I started meeting all kind of phenomenal people. And this one man made a garden, and he brought, every time I got there, he would bring out a chair so I could sit down. And he said, watch what I'm planting now. And I just would most days just cry. I don't know if it was the pain, the drugs, or just being part of what my favorite thing to do was having my fingers in the dirt. And that was all huge part of my healing. I don't know his name till today, I have to be quite honest. But I do know where he lives, and every time now I walk by, he's like, I am so happy you have no cane, no walker, and you got 2 dogs. I'm like, which one do you want? And so, what we know is, and my favorite saying is, gratitude opens doors. Now figure out the acronym, right? G-O-D. And part of it is, I was talking with a friend of mine, and I was telling her what I was doing, and I said, my theme for 24 is walking through the door in 24. Or no, opening the door in 24. She goes, no, that's not it even a little bit. I'm like, excuse me? She goes, if you just open the door, nothing's going to happen. You got to walk through the door, not knowing what's on the other side of it. And then I started thinking of was it Truth or Con? Wait, what was the name of the show? Let's Make a Deal. Door number 1, number 2, number 3. And I started realizing it is life. Door number 1, do we want that door? Well, I don't know what's behind it. Well, door 2, I still don't know what's behind it. Door 3, I really don't know what's behind it. Either way, I have to choose one of the doors. And so what I decided was, I've had many renditions of this in my head, 1,000 different ones, skating through the door into in 2024. Kayaking through the door, right? That was one thing. We got a kayak, and then this all happened, and I couldn't kayak this year at all because I couldn't do the twisting. I'm this close for them to say yes. I already said yes, but it was physical therapy. And part of it is realizing that I have a choice the way I go through that door. I can go like this, and it's like, oh man, I got to go through that door? Oh, no way. This is my comfort zone. I'm going to just stay right here. No way, I'm not going. Okay, so I got to go through that door because I really got to go to the bathroom, so I got to go through that door. But is it 1, 2, or 3 I want? But that's where our intention goes. Where our attention goes, the energy flows. So if my intention is about opening up and seeing what's next in my life after a year of not working, I've gotten kind of used to it, actually. And I love it. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. And the more that now I'm starting, like it's end of year paperwork and 1099s, and any of you have to give 1099s, and you have more than 10 people, there's a whole new process with the IRS called IRIS. Not an easy process. And part of that is, though, when we were doing it, I was just like, I said to our new bookkeeper, I'm like, can't you just finish this and you do it? She's like, I can't. And we're missing one officer on our board, so therefore, we can't do it till we find the other person on the board. And then as soon as you say, yeah, you're a contact person for the IRS, I would say yes to the board, but I'm not doing that. I'm like, they're not going to come after you unless I say, oh, maybe I could skip town, actually. But, I mean, that's not it at all. So it's interesting how people's thoughts and fears come forward, and it blocks, smashes any opportunity that we might have, as well as our gratitude. Then I start focusing on, oh, what an idiot. I can't believe that was her big thing. I mean, and she really was, I guess she typically, by law, is still on our board, but now she's like, I'm getting off the board. I'm like, why? And she said, I don't want my name with the IRS. Hell no. I'm like, they're not coming after you. It's literally paperwork. That's it. I don't care. I don't want them. I said, do you think they don't have your social security number? They do already. So, when we think about that, part of what we know is that when we go into gratitude, when we go into complaining, and I'm going to have you stand up for a moment here. We're going to do 2 different exercises. And I just want you just to be exactly where you are, but I'm going to tell you what I want you to do. I want you to go around the room, and what I want you to do is go up to people, and I want you to complain about something, even if you have to make it up. It doesn't really matter. Complain about whatever you want to complain about. And now, as I complain,
That's easy.
Are you going to complain to me?
Yeah,
What is
we're gonna do this, all right? So
Okay.
I'm gonna complain. It's like, I mean, can you believe that nobody wants to really be on my board because they're afraid of the IRS that already knows who they are, so that I don't get what the whole big deal is, because it's just a formality. It's like crazy, stupid people.
Yes, crazy, stupid people.
And then do it back.
You know, I'm having a problem. My dogs don't like the cold weather and rain. They won't go outside to poop and pee.
Oh, no.
I know.
Whoa, so you have a shitty house?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of the way it's gonna look. Then as soon as you're done, you're gonna go to the next person. Oh my gosh, this cold weather is absolutely killing, where they did the surgery and they told me that was normal. If this is normal, it sucks. I can't believe, I mean, did they not fix it? Did they forget to put the oil in between? I feel like the Tin Man in my back, man.
Oh, you poor thing, you. Oh my gosh, I can relate to that. I'm just going through all kinds of stuff. And I do one step at a time, but I don't know what to do. I'm so frustrated. I want to get up there and sing like major music, and I can't quite do that yet.
Oh.
And darn, they tell me that I can. So I'm doing
What the hell do they know?
I know. And I
They, you know, it's always about them.
anything.
Do you know they?
I know a lot of they.
Okay, so that's how it's gonna go, back and forth. And we're gonna do it, it's gonna be like what I call a cocktail party. So we're gonna do it for about 1 minute. Huh? Just complaining, that's it. If somebody starts laughing, you get the anger face on. Okay? The idea is I want you to stay in that energy only for 1 minute though, okay? All right, so go ahead and stand up. No, you're gonna keep going and going for as many as you can get to in 1 minute.
1 minute each.
No. Hold on a second. The whole exercise is 1 minute, so you want to get to as many people as you can in that minute. Okay, go.
What? You and I should not be doing this. I'm going to complain about you complaining. You complain way too What's wrong with you? I'm complaining because I can't see you ever.
Oh,
I don't see you either.
you know what? What's wrong with you? I've been wanting to. Tell me what's wrong with you.
Let's see, I got my meniscus and my knee is starting to hurt. I'm starting to feel old. That's what I'm
Oh my God.
and I've never.
You know what? It ain't for
I've never-
sissies.
It ain't. No,
So you
I've
a
never
sissy?
felt that.
You. Stop. Ding, 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 ding. I'm going to sing. That will make you be quiet. So good to see you. Okay, stop. Now, I just want you to stay where you are, though. Stay where you are. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Feel the energy in this room now. Feel, and notice that when one person complains, it makes it easy for you to complain. And then we got the whole company of complainers. And the more we complain, the more we have to complain about. So take another deep breath in. Let it go. When you open your eyes now, I want you to do the same exercise, but on the opposite side. Talk about as many people as you can. Talk about what you have, the one thing from 2023 to be really grateful for. Okay, go. Okay. Stop. Stop in the name of Lord or somebody. Just stop.
We had too much to be grateful for.
So now what I want you to do, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and notice the difference in this room, the energy that you just feel it. Ah, your heart smiles. Great way of putting it. And this time, what I want you to do when you open your eyes, we're going to take one more minute, and I'm going to ask you to now think of what is one intention that you have for 24. Just any intention. I mean, and if you don't have one, make it up. And I want you to talk to each other, same thing, but talk to each other as if it has already happened. So if I wanted to lose, well, I don't have 30 pounds to lose, but let's say I want to lose 30 pounds. And now I'm going to talk as if I've already done it. Okay? So whatever your intention is, if you want to be healthy, be more specific. What do you want? What does that mean to you? If you don't, without specifics, it's innocuous, and the universe says, well, what does that mean? You want to be healthy. Oh, you have a cold, so you want to be healthy. Okay. Oh, you have this. And so you want to create that pot of energy that we live by intention. We've talked about intention a lot tonight. Yes. And this year was filled with a lot of stuff, of breakdowns. That was the energy of this world. Obviously, we've seen so much. And with each individual, as the new year is all about, literally on 1/11, it becomes all about the new moon, it becomes about new beginnings. So pretend like it's already happened, whatever one of your intentions are, and we're going to go literally for 1 minute. Okay, go. Okay, stop. And go ahead and wherever you are, just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth, like you're blowing through a straw. Take another deep breath in. And blow it out through your nose, through your mouth, like you're blowing through a straw. When you're ready, open your eyes and take a seat. Now, what I want you to do is just feel the energy in now. Can you feel the difference with the peace? That's what the first thing that came to my head is it feels quiet, centered, and peaceful. Yeah. And the more that we do that, the more that we get to create it. And so a big part of it is that gratitude, here's the thing about gratitude and being intention setting to move forward. Our past, can you imagine driving down the freeway and you're focused only on your rearview mirror? I promise you're going to crash. Oh, you do that? All right. No divorce court. Okay, we're good. And so here's the thing, though. When we focus on what's on the other side of that door and we decide to kayak through that door, hike through that door, whatever it is of your intention, you put your own words into it. And if it changes daily, so it changes daily. But realize that it's about taking action and moving through to what we don't have. None of us have a clue of what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't have a clue, later tonight what it's going to bring. Who knows? What we do know is that we're alive and we're breathing, and we know that, as the old saying goes, if we couldn't handle it, God wouldn't give it to us. I had a few questions about that through this last year, but I'm like, really? And the truth of it, I knew it, but I didn't feel it. And I spent many, 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 many days and 4 months in bed crying. Like, I can't live this way. If this is the way you want me to live, God, you got to find me a way out, because this ain't not me. And I went through months of depression. And in a way that I couldn't even see that there was a door to go through. And then I had people in my life that kept reminding me, this too will pass, this too will pass. And when I was in physical therapy, and some weeks I was in 4 days when I was in major pain, like a few weeks ago. Don't ask me what made it decide to do what it did. And I'm like, I'm not getting a new disc. My tire is well inflated. I'm fine. And they're like, yeah, we agree. Where before they were like, oh, we don't know. And so where did I go? I went down that slippery tube rather than saying, but darn it, I know. I know what I know. And I remember telling, I think it was Patrick or Corrine, and I was saying, he was like, you're not having another surgery? I'm like, nope. I done one, I done enough. And it's going to work. And then each day I noticed that when I was walking, I could actually go a little bit further and a little bit faster. If you have dogs, you don't go fast because they smell, but some days I was like, go ahead, don't you guys want to smell a little more in terms of that? So my proposal here is we move gently, and I like to say skipping through the door because it just brings that energy to my mind of playfulness. And that's really what I want life to be like. I don't want it what it was. I don't even want it what it was before I got hurt. Right? I want it better. I don't know about better is even a good word. I want it different. I want to be more grounded. And this year off of not working showed me that being grounded and taking care of myself turned out to be that's what I've been this last few days, like it's such a blessing. I can go out in my yard, and that's my big, as you know, that some of you who know me know that that's my peace, that's my haven. And I can go in the backyard and deadhead flowers. Now they're all blooming because they're kind of confused with the weather, but so am I, so that's all right. But what we know is that when we have gratitude, our brain chemistry literally changes, right? The dopamine and serotonin go sky high. And what happens is it simply lives out of that place of gratitude. It comes immediately. You can't have that imbalance while you're being grateful. And the other day I was in Yogurtland after PT. That was my big, woo! Actually, they gave it to me for free because of my birthday, but I won't say anything about that. And the lady next to me, an older woman, probably, I'm going to guess 90-ish, was checking out, and she had like this much yogurt. And I'm like, let me pay for her. No, you can't pay for me. I'm like, but I already did. Why? I'm like, why not? I was kind of being a little nerdy about it. And I said, well, because I can, that's why. She goes, but I don't even know you. I said, exactly. She said, well, what's your name? I told her. She goes, thank you, that's a happy birthday. I'm like, your birthday's today? She goes, no, on Christmas Day. I said, well, you share it with at least some really important people that I know. And we had this very beautiful little 3-minute conversation. And she just, every time, the whole time that she was walking, she kept looking at me like what do you want? Well, I'm like, whatever. And I walked out and I said, you know what? You deserve more people buying you yogurt, not just me. She goes, no, not at my age. I'm like, especially at your age. Now, I have no idea how old she was. She could have been 12. I don't know. But the idea of it is when people give us gratitude, how many of us are good at accepting it? Most of us are easy to give, but we're not so easy at receiving. until we get stuck. And when we get stuck, we're looking for that person to throw us the fishing rod line and reel us in. And guess what? Even if they did that, we can't do it. We have to do it ourselves, no matter what. And again, it all starts with, as we all know, it all starts with our thinking, which then moves into our subconsciousness or our emotions, right? Or I like to call it energy in motion. So then it doesn't get stuck. At least I do my best at that. And then it goes into creating, whatever it is that we said we were going to create in the beginning. You complain, you get more complaints. And if you notice when you're around negative people, notice how you feel. It's like, I gotta go. Oh shoot, I totally forgot my dog's pooped inside. I gotta go clean it up. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. My heart rate is so high. I need to sit down. Go ahead. Right? And so this is about releasing this year all the stuff that no longer works for us. And it's okay, people too. There are people in my life I have to release, and one by one, it's not easy. And I'm already mostly too chicken to tell them. I just kind of disappear instead of being honest. And that's because we have a voice. That's why we have a voice. However big or little it is, we have a voice to saying, that didn't feel good. That wasn't okay for me. For you, maybe yes. For me, it sucked. And then I got to keep a clean space so I can move again. How many of us just like, oh, whatever that person said or did, we're like, ooh. And then inside, what do we ruminate over and over? It goes into our body, our serotonin goes down, as well as our dopamine. Immediately just plops. Notice when you did the complaining, first part, the complaining, notice how you felt. And it was hard for me to stop you. I mean, I think we have a good complaint club here, right? And it's catchy. That's the thing, is it's very catchy. And I think somebody said, oh, well, you think that, oh, I think it was John. He's like, well, you think that was bad? Let me tell you something even worse. And notice, if you're hanging out with those kind of people, let them go on their merry way to find their other complainer club and start going into, if you tell somebody who's complaining, can you turn that into a gratitude? They're probably going to smack you. Not really, hopefully, but they're not going to be happy because they need to complain. And sometimes I call it throwing up. And once we get it out, we can look at it and then shift it. Each one of us has our own process in terms of doing that. And so it helps with us physically. People who live in gratitude heal 16% faster than people who don't live in gratitude. Right. I got that one today. Because I knew it was a lot, but I thought it was like a lot higher. But 16%, I'll take it. And then the other part of it too is that there's exercises that we can do every day. Some of them we all know. Gratitude journal. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things from Living Purpose Institute. When we go to bed, it takes 3.5 seconds to write 5 gratitudes. And it might be the same day after day. That's okay. You're going into that energy of gratitude. What are we planting? We're going to sleep better. Notice how you wake up. Are you more energized? If not, I believe it's called intentional gratitude. What are you going to be grateful for today? I'm grateful for today that I get to take a shower. I'm grateful for today that my dogs are still here. I'm grateful for today that I get to clean, have new sheets. I mean, whatever it is for you, in the morning, start yourself with the intentional gratitudes and watch how your day is going to shift 100% and notice who you start attracting. Right? Law of attraction, we're going to get more gratitude. And that will smack open the doors. You ever gone to somewhere and you're listening to somebody talk about, I know at least in my business, I do that. When I'm in a company and people start complaining, I went to this one organization, a nonprofit, I'm going to have a huge contract next year. And it's the people that, it's hard enough they brought this back from death. Like so much in the hole that they brought it all the way back up. And then the day I was there was an emergency, so the executive director had to go to the hospital with the lady that fell down the stairs. So he put me with one of his supervisors. And all she did was complain about all the other supervisors. And I'm just like, well, can you tell me something good about them? Oh, no, there isn't. You don't understand. I'm like, I do understand, because they obviously are about, adults with special needs. So they're giving their heart to these people to help them have a better life, whether it's life skills or whatever it is. And when we went to lunch, he's saying, well, what do you think? And the lady was with us, and I'm like, I think there's a lot of work to be done here. Do you think you can do it? I said, no, but I think they can do it with the right framework. And he was so funny, he said, can we talk later? Because you're not saying something. I said, you're right. Yeah. So when we talked the next day, he said, what were you hiding? I said, this is one of your major problems, this lady. I know you love her. You want to put her as a program, the head of all the other ones. No. She needs to earn it. And she's not at that place right now to mentor or guide anybody. All she wants to do is complain about all the other adults. Not one thing about participants. And when I kind of questioned her on that, she goes, oh, the participants are doing great. And then she started talking about them, and then I noticed I was sitting up on the couch, and I was like totally into what she was saying when she was talking about the growth that their participants did. And I'm like, are you grateful for that? She goes, oh, every single day. I said, what if you see your other supervisors, the three of them, what if you see them as one of those people? Really? You don't know what it's like around here. I said, I didn't ask that question, but thank you for sharing. What I asked was, can you look at those people as the light that they are? She never said yes. So when I talked to him again another time, I said, we need to start with these three and forget about anybody on the lower decks, because all the other staff is only going to follow what the leadership is doing. And they need an attitude adjustment, all three of them. And so I started talking about what I would do in terms of leadership development and getting them going. And he said, can you write a proposal? I said, well, what's in your budget? And that's what my proposal is. Because it could take a long time. You don't change overnight. And really, the first thing we have to do is, where do we want to tune in our focus? And you ever notice when you're around people that are in gratitude, you want to be around them even more? When can we get together again? And the people that are and about the this and the that. I mean, we have so much that we could complain about. Food prices, let's go with that. Utility prices, the war. I can tell you about fireworks that have already started in my neighborhood. And the dogs are like that. And then pretty soon I noticed I picked up their energy, and I started getting really anxious, and I went out the front door and I just screamed. I won't even tell you what I screamed, but it wasn't nice. I felt better. I don't know if anybody on the planet heard me, but I definitely felt better. So I'm going to give you some different gratitude things you can do every single day. Obviously, like I said, the gratitude journal. Just keep writing about what if you're in a horrible mood, you're in pain, somebody wronged you, really all they did was give you a lesson. If somebody wrongs me, they didn't do it to me, but what they did is it for me so I could grow through it, right? Reveal it to be healed. Or the other one I really like is leaving a gratitude trail. Everywhere you go, no matter who you see, say something grateful. That you're grateful for. You're grateful that somebody's walking in the neighborhood and you walk past them. It's like, I'm so grateful that you were on this side of the street so I could say hi today. And keep walking. And they're going to look at you like, I want what she's eating. Harry met Sally, right? How much self-appreciation do you give? Write it. Write it. Find somebody you really trust. Tell them what you appreciate about you. You're going to be like, duh. If you didn't have a stuttering problem, you will. Well, I just need, never mind. Yeah, what? Nothing. I figured it out in my head. And then finally, you're like, I just want to tell you what I'm appreciative about me. And every single person I've done that with, they melt. Because then it lets them tell me what they're grateful about their own selves. So when I do it, it gives them permission to focus on that as well. So when we leave all this schmutz behind us of 23, and trust me, I'm very ready, move forward into 24, how do I want to go through that door? Do I want to go kicking and dragging where I don't quite make it and totally in resistance? Or do I want to be in curiosity, my favorite, be in curiosity and see where it's going to take me? I don't know. Who knows? By next year, this time, I could be living in Timbuktu that's oceanfront. That's totally peaceful with only the people around me that I like. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know where you're going to be in a month? Do you know where you're going to be on New Year's even? Or, I mean, you might think you know where you're going to be, and then if that nasty virus comes around, I promise you, you won't. Right? This one's a pretty tricky one. I think it's A1 is what my friend said they diagnosed her today with. 10 to 15 days. And I said, well, it doesn't have to be that long, just because they said it. It doesn't really mean anything. What do you think? I'm just going to rest. I'll be fine by New Year's. Okay? And she will. Of course, we know about deep breathing and the guided meditations. I found lately that I'm not a big guided meditation person. I like quiet. But the guided meditations keep my brain moving forward. Here comes Frank out of the booth. I think he's telling me that I'm done. Did you not tell her she was done earlier? Or, as I have different ones I carry, depending. This one, somebody gave it to me when I was at a shop in Morro Bay a couple weeks ago for my birthday. He gave me this obsidian black little stone, and it's for when you travel to keep you safe. And I said, well, could it keep me safe every day then? And he gave me a whole box to choose from, and so I'm like feeling them, I'm closing my eyes, and my friend's like, your train's coming, we gotta go. I'm like, hold on. And then I picked out this one, and ever since then, every time I hold it, it's filled with warmth. And it just reminds me, I am always safe. No matter what happens, I'm safe. But I always like I actually have stones that I give out that says gratitude on them that I give to my clients so that they remember. Write little sticky notes all over your house. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. Or what else? Hey, I have one on my refrigerator. Hey, Betsy, so what are you grateful for before you open that refrigerator? And I'm like, oh, okay, I won't open it. And then we have the gratitude scan. When do you ever stop, close your eyes, and literally focus in on your body of where you're feeling the gratitude? And if you're not, that's the time, even if you don't believe it, make it up. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between making it up. It knows the energy of it. As Esther Hicks says, we start vibrating at a much higher volume. And that vibration is filled with gratitude, laughter, fun, joy, peace, instead of that. And then, as we all know, making up gratitude affirmations. How's that? Let's just say it that way. If you're driving down and you're in traffic and you're like really, really tense, breathe and be grateful for that. The traffic's slowing you down enough to remind you to breathe. If you feel like, if somebody's a rage, let them go rage their way to wherever they're going. You're going to see them at the next traffic light anyway. So think about what? Oh, is it? Colin, I'll do some treatment with you when we're done, okay? Dorothy. No. So I'm going to ask you to do this. Do an experiment with yourself. So it's 8:15 on the 28th of December, 2023. For the next 24 hours, no matter who you're around or what you see or who you see, even if you don't know them, who cares? Throw out a gratitude. If you're standing in line somewhere, start talking to people about how grateful you are. Maybe you're grateful that you could take stuff back instead of complaining about how long Costco's line is. And notice what happens. You'll see it. You can literally see the energy shift in that way. So I say going into 24 with that smooth gratitude flowing through the door. That's my one I really like, flowing through the door into 24 or through 24. Because if I flow, the world's my oyster. If I resist, right down that dark, slippery alley that we end up in that doesn't feel so good. And our brain chemistry changes, our body chemistry changes, our pain changes, our social interactions change, everything changes. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Betsy.
I'll tell you my secret why she's coming up here. So you see my little book with my notes? Yeah, this is when my inspiration comes. And they make no sense except for to me. And I didn't look at them very much, as you noticed. But what I do know is an attitude of gratitude gives us much latitude.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to give gratitude to Betsy Haas for coming here tonight and sharing all that beautiful wisdom. Thank you. And that real, authentic, I heard everybody in here going, oh, I love that exercise, afterwards, because we got us up and moving, and we felt all of those energies, and the gratitude and the love and appreciation felt the best. I know that. So I want us to move on to singing and raising our vibration with Miss Cassandra Murillo, my good friend from Simi Valley CSL. Let's see what she says. EarthSpirit Cassandra hails from the woods of the upper Midwest, having woodshedded in bands and acoustic ensembles in the heart of Wisconsin, which included playing the main stage at the Minnesota Old Time Music and Bluegrass Festival. Also led a jug band in Minnesota to win the annual Minneapolis Jug Band competition and the coveted waffle iron trophy. Nowadays, it's all about singing in the Agape choir, along with performing regularly as a backup vocal and sometimes featured vocal at Center for Spiritual Living Simi Valley, being part of the musical ministry as a means to strengthen a community connection is her focus. While deepening a more personal communion with Spirit through song and prayer, Cassandra also is an executive director of a small nonprofit in Rwanda called Jessie's Place, Rwanda, which provides a variety of supportive services for single mothers and their children. And you have some things here tonight? About that. But anyway, without further ado, come up and sing and get us singing and keep us in the gratitude flowing. Thank you. We love you. Come on up.
The Jug Band story is a pretty cool one, actually. About 2,000 folky, crazy people in Minneapolis show up every year for this annual Jug Band competition. So these are folkies, from Bob Dylan, of course, from Minnesota. He started in the scene in Minneapolis before he moved to New York. And so it's kind of a long history of folkies there, and some of them are a little crazy. And so they started this annual Jug Band competition, and they created the trophy was a waffle iron. When you won it, the band got to take it home, and they would engrave the name of the band, and they'd keep it for a year and bring it back. So the year that I entered it, couple of musician friends of mine, women friends, were real steeped in and with the folky crowd in the Twin Cities, invited me and some other people to participate, and they said, we want you to do a song, and so being a bass player, I learned how to play. I hope you don't mind me telling you this story because it's kind of funny. Being a stand-up bass player, I learned how to play the washtub bass. And I decided to do These Boots Are Made for Waffles as my song. And I taped some waffles to my cowgirl boots and got up and kicked that one out. And they just went nuts. They loved the song. And we did a couple other ones too. So it was a memorable experience in my musical life. Probably like the last thing you thought you'd hear about somebody coming here to do nice spiritual music to share. But that's my life. Yeah, thank you. Certainly, we're allowed in spirits imbibe that night too, as I recall. But it was communion with friends. It was a big band. We had like 15 people on stage with jugs and somebody playing the spoons on the yeah. It was really fun. Okay, so let's sound here. So I wrote a couple songs before when I was given this opportunity to perform here. After I said yes, I'd like to sing here. When they said we're looking for singers, and so I wrote a couple of tunes over the last 3 months, And this one is called Love Letter to Mother Earth. Dear Mother Earth, been a while since we spoke with your temples of trees and your cathedral canopy. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel so close. Dear Mother Earth, how I love you so, with your beautiful vast deserts and your stars hanging low. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel so close. I love the wind. I love the sun. I love the waters. I love the moon. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel close to God. Makes me feel so close. Dear Mother Earth, how I love you so. Dear Mother Earth, how I love you so. Dear Mother Earth, how I love you so. Thank you. Thank you very much. The kind of songs make me feel quite naked, actually, because they come from, definitely download from Spirit. All right, going to switch it up a little bit here. I decided I love the topic, turning the corner, and having played some acoustic blues in my life, and that's what came through, to have a little fun with this topic. So it's called Turning the Corner. Turning the corner, oh yeah, I'm leaving the blues behind, yeah. Turning the corner, oh yeah, not letting the little self drive, no, no. I'm tired of being tired, tired of feeling low. I'm hanging with God now, and all my friends know that I'm turning the corner. Oh yeah, leaving the blues behind. guitar player couldn't show up. I'm tired of feeling tired, tired of feeling low. I'm hanging with God now, and all my friends know that I'm turning the corner. Oh yeah, leaving the blues behind. One more verse. Turning the corner. Oh yeah, and leaving the blues behind. Oh yeah. Turning the corner. Oh yeah, it's time to start feeling alive. Yeah, it's time for change. It's time for letting go. A time for healing. A time to let love grow. Turning the corner. Oh yeah, leaving the blues behind. Thank you very much. I was hoping you guys would dig that. All right. I have one more that I'm going to do by myself, and then I'm going to bring my friends up for one more sing-along today. Woohoo! So I decided to kind of bring a little more of a childlike feel out for this song. Kind of came to me, it might be a nice, pleasant way to end the year. It's when you wish upon a star. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star as dreamers do, fate is kind. It brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. All right, thank you. That's a little fun one. Yeah, I had this plan. I had this guitar player was gonna help and kind of jazz it up a little bit. And he's going, couldn't make it. He goes, you're gonna be fine by yourself. And my friend said, you're gonna be fine by yourself. Just go. So I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna continue with the fun. I'm gonna bring my friends up one more time. We'll end this little bit of music with another sing-along because it's New Year's and we have to do Old Lang Syne, right?
We can arrange that. We can do that.
Next time.
I know, I got to work on that. I got to work on that. So, it's Auld Lang Syne was written by a Scottish poet named Robert Burns, who, of course, took lyrics from some even older material songs, folk songs. And it is, as I looked up and go, what's the meaning of it? It is what it is. It's, should, old friends be forgotten? It's a time to remember your friends and to share, drink with your friends, to be with them, and to remember, what's important, which is those friendships. So it's, just a beautiful, meaningful song. And this is, of course, the time of year we do. So I'm going to do it, then I'm going to have them join me, and then I want everybody to join. I'm just doing the 2 common verses most people know instead of getting into some of the other verses, but I just wanted to make it real easy and accessible for everybody to join in, and let's celebrate the New Year's. See if John and I can get into sync, yeah. Okay, so we're going to start on the G. Should all acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot for days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet on days of old lang syne. All right, Jan.
Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? No, acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne.
Old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet for the days of old lang syne.
Everybody, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot on days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. There you go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, John. Such a pleasure.
Thank you. Beautiful. And John. And John.
John the gift.
Thank you again. Cassie. And the backup singers and accompanists. Thank you so much. Let's get ready and do a little meditation now. Another meditation. Karina, are you doing the meditation? You ready to go? You can do it. Okay, all right. Come on. Are you going to do it now?
I did have one in the past, but now I have an electric one, but it still has.
Is that good? Right there?
I think so. All right. After all that beautiful music and the wonderful talk that Betsy did, let's just settle into our seats, take a nice, big, healthy breath in through our nose, out through our mouth, and just relax into this beautiful moment that we all created together. Let's think about us together as a unit being a pillar of light and love and peace. And this peace, light, traveling in every crevice and every little place in the planet, in our Mother Earth, in our Pachamama, and bringing that light, and love, and peace to every place that we can possibly imagine that needs it. We need it right now. I am going to ring this to bring us inside of our meditation, and then I will take us out when it's over. Have fun. very gently come back to this place. Bring back what you saw in your meditation, all that gratitude that Betsy, Reverend Betsy, talked about, and the light that shines within you and out to the world. I hope. Welcome back.
Thank you, Karina. That was beautiful. I'm sorry that without Burl here, it's like, I don't remember who said we were doing what. Half of our board is gone. So thank you for knowing you were doing it, Patrick. Thank you for sticking up for your wife and going, no, Miss Karina. That was just really special, beautiful. Again, I just want to thank Betsy for that beautiful talk tonight. And Cassandra, Where is she? Oh, right in front of me. I can't see you. I'm looking. Those were beautiful original songs you wrote for this ceremony. I was really, I felt it in my heart. They were so beautiful. Thank you. So I'm so grateful and in such gratitude now for Spiritual Unity Movement, for the end of this year. I was just thinking in the meditation, I know we're not supposed to think, but we all do, right? That this was our first full year, 2023, of being back in person, because we started in July of 2022, for the very first time being in person. So I'm just so grateful we made it through this beautiful year, and I'm so looking forward to 2024, walking through the door. So, and since I'm here doing the closing words, I want to tell you each and every one of you need to come back in January because it is our annual shamanic intention setting with Patrick Carbula, which I think we've done more than 10 years in a row now, maybe 15, a lot. And it is powerful, it is beautiful. We all state our intentions, we drum, we have this beautiful feather. I don't know, what is that?
We call it an initiation.
Do you want to come talk about it for a minute? Yeah, please do. Yeah.
And this is going to be on Thursday night, the 25th.
Thank
January
you. That's
25th.
the piece I needed. There are calendars. Yeah, there's calendars for 2024 in the back.
Yeah, so we've been doing it for over 10 years here, I guess, and I've been doing it for about 35 years. It was given to me by a powerful shaman 35 years ago for releasing the old, bringing in the new. It can be done at any time. It doesn't have to be, the new year. But we've been doing it in our home, too, for 20 years. And so if you're free if you don't have plans on New Year's Eve and want to come and do it, the longer version in our home, you're welcome to do that. But it is, you pretty much gave a good description of it, how we do it here. It's a shortened version, but very powerful. Everyone brings drums. Everyone speaks what they're releasing, and we drum after they speak. And then everybody speaks what their intention is for the new year. We drum and empower that. And we do this initiation with the feathers, and Dina will join in that, and it's a lot of fun, very high energy. So hope you can make it.
Yes. It's really powerful. I love it. I don't know if I could start my new year without it any longer. I think I'm going to read our closing invocation. Did we put it in the programs or? No, okay. A lot of you know it, but I'm just going to read it. Father, Mother, God, and Goddess, thank you for the blessings we have received. Be with us now as we leave this sacred circle and go forth into our daily lives, taking the energy generated here tonight out into our homes, our work, the people we love, and all we touch. May we be your open channels into this world each day. And so it is. I want to remind each and every one of you that we are a 501c3 nonprofit. And that is the truth about us. We are an all-volunteer board. We have been, like I said earlier tonight, been putting on these ceremonies on a monthly basis for 20 years at least. So we ask for a $20 donation if you can give it to us. If you can give, Patrick used to say, but we'll take denominations of any size or kind. If it's the end of the year and you need to make a donation for tax purposes, we would love that. We are really in need right now because, you would think it's a simple thing, just get together and put on, but it costs us at least $500 every time. So the renting of the space, we like to give an honorarium to our speakers and our musicians for their time and the preparation and gas. And so it's not, just something that we can do if we don't have the funds. And so, like I said, we're an all-volunteer board. None of us are paid. So every dollar that we take in goes right back into the next ceremony. Literally. We might be moving $500 back and forth. So thank you for anything you can give. And we would never turn anyone away that didn't have any, donation at all. We love the energy of bringing everyone in. So thank you. I'm thinking, is that about it, I think, for the closing? We've talked about next month. We are so excited for the new year and all that it'll bring, and none of us know what that will be.
We didn't talk about World Healing Day.
Well, you could talk about that real quick. And then you just stay up here and we'll do the closing rituals. And we'll be ready to do the closing rituals. Okay. Thank you.
So we all know about New Year's Eve, but on the morning of New Year's Eve, on December 31st, this will be the 37th annual World Healing Meditation, which is basically everyone in the world who is knowledgeable about it gathers at the same instant. So that is time to be at Greenwich noon, which means it's the same day, the same 24-hour period all over the world. So when it's at Greenwich noon on the day of December 31st, here on the West Coast, it's 4 a.m. So I see some of you nodding, so you know about that. Yeah, say it again? They do an in-person meditation at 4 a.m. Oh, this is good to know, because I was looking usually I do some kind of facilitation myself, but so we're doing one here at 4 a.m. on December 31st in the morning. So please come if you would like to.
Yes, they always do. Right, Mike?
Yes, we are. And it's going to be online as well.
And it'll be streaming as well. And that will be Granada Hills CSL, cslgh.org. And so our closing ritual, as we come to the close of this beautiful full moon, last full moon of the year, this evening, let us take just a moment to savor the centered focus of healing energy that we have generated here together. Remember, as you let your light shine, you simultaneously give other people permission to do the same, especially when you're experiencing that a moment of gratitude walking by someone on the street or anywhere. Clearly knowing yourself as an instrument of light, a being of spirit, you add one more grain of sand to the scales that hold the balance for our global future. Know that at a certain point, one grain of sand can tip the scales. You, in this very moment, may be that grain of sand. Yes. I would like to invite the candle lighters to come forward to form a circle around the candle table, please. And then everyone else, come on around. Let us embody the spiritual power that has been generated and received from the forces of light that guide this service. And let us focus that energy into the group's center, allowing it to rise up and pour the blessing out into our world, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind and the consciousness of our planet. And then we'll sound an extended free-form Om as the sacred tone pours through you. Feel yourself participating and drawing this healing love energy deeply into yourself and then sending it out into your life and into our world. As we sound the Om, let us continuously extend our blessings to our planetary life, our beloved Mother Earth, including the animals, the trees, the air, the water, the minerals, all living beings, as well as to all those who are in special need of healing. For those we would like to include in the healing circle, let's now speak their names together silently or audibly. Take a moment to do that. And with power and love and intelligence, let's now send this beautiful healing light energy to transform the consciousness of humankind. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. I am greeting you. Namaste, namaste. You are greeting me. Namaste, namaste. God in me sees you. Namaste, namaste. God in you sees me. Namaste, namaste. Namaste, namaste. Happy New Year.